Russian ship opens fire on NATO aircraft. Pilot recounts moment multiple shots were fired, revealing unusual details. Russian warship opens fire on German helicopter. The Belgian newspaper Euractiv reported on December 5 that a Russian warship fired warning shots at a German military helicopter that was conducting a reconnaissance mission in the Baltic Sea, amid rising tensions in the region. The incident was first revealed by German Foreign Minister Annalena Baerbock on December 4, on the sidelines of a NATO meeting in Brussels, Belgium. The incident occurred last week, around the time of the German Chancellor's visit to Ukraine on December 2. According to Ms. Baerbock, the German helicopter was assigned to conduct reconnaissance at sea because there are always ships in the Baltic Sea that are evading sanctions. At the time of the incident, the Russian warship fired signal rounds at the German helicopter. Ms. Baerbock noted that these rounds are only used in emergency situations. However, Bild Germany quoted information from German journalist Thomas Wiegold revealing a remarkable piece of information. Not only were there signal bullets but also machine gun bullets fired from the Russian ship. According to Mr. Wiegold, there were 2 Russian ships involved in the incident, including an oil tanker and a frigate escorting it on the way to Syria. This frigate was identified as the Russian Mercury, Staragushchi class. As the German helicopter took off from the frigate Nordrhein-Westfalen, German F-223, and approached the armed Russian group, a shot was fired from the tanker. When the Syrian helicopter was flying at an altitude of about 300 m and approaching the Russian tanker at a distance of 7 kilometers, the ship fired flashbang rounds. In addition, there were machine gun shots fired from the side of the ship opposite the helicopter into the water, Mr. Wiegold said, but did not specify whether the ship firing the machine gun rounds was the tanker or the Mercury frigate. German radio and television stations NDR and WDR said in a mission report after the incident that the Syrian helicopter pilot said he heard several small-caliber gunshots. Accordingly, the German ship was following the Russian ship en route to the Tartus naval base in Syria, before the shooting occurred. Also reporting on the incident, Der Spiegel magazine, Germany, stated that the Russian frigate was the ship that fired warning shots at the German helicopter. Since the helicopter was a few kilometers away from the ship, there was no significant threat. However, this incident has caused concern for security agencies, Der Spiegel reported. Meanwhile, the German Defense Ministry decided to keep the case confidential. For military security reasons, we cannot provide further information, a spokesman for the German Defense Ministry told Bild. The German frigate's unusual 30-hour journey. According to Bild, this incident was classified as red secret by the German Ministry of Defense, meaning extremely sensitive. However, the investigation based on internal sources of this newspaper provided some additional details as follows. The German frigate Nordrhein-Westfalen, carrying a Syrian helicopter, left the Polish city of Gdansk on the morning of November 25 after a historic visit. The ship was originally scheduled to head to the German island of Rügen to join the German Navy's frigate Magdeburg for a firing exercise. However, something unusual happened. At 11:22 German time, the Nordrhein-Westfalen suddenly turned off its transmitter. This usually happens when a ship is assigned to a military mission. 30 hours later, at around 5 p.m. on November 26, the Nordrhein-Westfalen suddenly turned on its transponder, moved very slowly, and then accelerated toward Rügen. The ship's position was recorded 40 kilometers northwest of the Danish island of Bornholm, an area that Russian tankers under EU sanctions often pass through to deliver raw materials to Asia and the Middle East. According to Bild, what happened during these 30 unusual hours is still unclear, but the possibility of a connection to the Russian warship's firing cannot be ruled out. A source in the German government confirmed to Bild that the incident did indeed take place near Bornholm, to be exact in the south of the island. According to Der Spiegel magazine, information about the incident was revealed along with Germany hinting at the possibility of deploying troops to Ukraine. Speaking at a meeting of NATO foreign ministers in Brussels to discuss the situation in Ukraine, Ms. Baerbock did not rule out the possibility that German troops could be sent to Ukraine to monitor compliance with a ceasefire, if achieved, by the parties involved. Expert: Russian ship may feel threatened. Speaking to the German newspaper Focus, Military and security expert David Mattei said that signal bullets are usually found on all ships and are used in emergencies. If only signal bullets were fired, there would be no danger to the helicopter and crew. It is possible that the Russian crew felt threatened, or a crew member lost control, Mattei said. The expert said that in this case, we should not make a bigger deal out of it than it really is, because the situation in the Baltic Sea is currently very tense. Notably, some German media channels revealed that after the incident, the Russian ship crew apologized over the radio. However, according to journalist Wiegold, this information may just be an interpretation of the incident by the German Ministry of Defense. Previously, 2 incidents of broken telecommunications cables connecting Sweden, Lithuania, and Finland, Germany in late November caused many European countries to accuse Russia of increasing coordinated attacks against Ukraine's Western allies. Responding to the allegations, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said, "It is absolutely absurd to continue blaming Russia for everything without any reason. It is perhaps laughable that there has been no reaction to Ukraine's sabotage activities in the Baltic Sea," Peskov stressed, referring to the Nord Stream gas pipeline explosion in September 2022 that Moscow blamed on Kiev and Western countries.